Hey, this is Tracy Austin with Mental Fitness Matters. This show is designed to provide people with tips, strategies, and solutions to improve your mental fitness. This is Mental Fitness Matters. Hey, everybody. You are listening to Mental Fitness Matters. I am your host, Tracy Austin, and this show is designed to provide you with education, tips, strategies, and solutions on improving your mental health and mental fitness. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am pumped about today's show as I will have an opportunity to share with you guys some of the mental fitness tools that I have inside of my toolbox that I use on a daily basis. I kind of consider this like my mental arsenal, right? So we all need things as we are kind of going throughout our days, facing the day, that help us feel good, that keep us inspired, keep us moving. And so I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the things that I use on a daily basis to keep me feeling good from the inside out, provides me with a natural source of clean energy, healthy metabolism, a positive mood and motivation. I just feel good. And so I want to share that with my community because I know that everybody that's here, everybody that's listening, we're all looking for strategies and ways that we can be the best version of ourselves on a daily basis. So today's show is going to be fun. I really am a true believer that becoming better, feeling better, attracting better starts with us. It starts with us and how we feel. So oftentimes, if you're walking around, if you're tired, if you're fatigued, if you're depleted of your resources, literally, in every area of your life, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, constantly pushing yourself to that next limit, trying to give from an empty tank, we have to take a pause and stop for a second. Really figure out how do we refuel, recharge ourselves so that when we get back out there doing the things that we do, that we're able to provide what's on the inside of us from a place of fulfillment, not a place of depletion. And so if you are kind of feeling low and slow and foggy and fatigued, I'm telling you, my friends, that is the fastest way to burn out and unhappiness, okay? That's the fastest way to burn out and unhappiness. So if you're tired of being tired, if you're mentally and emotionally exhausted, if you're having a hard time getting motivated, being productive, finding the energy and inspiration to get things done, or maybe you're feeling good. Maybe you're waking up, you're feeling good, you're crushing your day, and you want to continue to perform at your peak and also maybe taking your performance to the next level. This show is for you. You're in the right place at the right time. So I'm excited about what we're going to share today. Today's topic is really about self-love. Self-love, and providing you guys with a few tips on why self-love is so important, but also some things you can begin to do right now to ensure you're loving yourself first, which is going to put you in a better position to give the love to others. Okay. Self-love. And it's funny, when I was actually thinking about the topic for this week and the show for this week, it became very clear to me that this is the topic that I needed to talk about. All week, this topic has come up with my clients that I've been seeing on a daily basis. It's come up in every conversation that we had, and asking them, how do they feed themselves? How do you nurture yourselves? How do you take care of yourself? And it's funny that most of them look at you and they kind of laugh like, what? Take care of me? Self-care, self-love, what? When? How? I'm so busy doing for everybody else. My list, when I hit the ground running, when I wake up out of bed in the morning, when my feet touch the ground, I'm on go for everybody else in my life. And then when I get home, I'm exhausted. So there's no time for me. So that has been a reoccurring theme in my sessions this week, in my interactions with my clients this week. So that allowed me to know that this is what I need to be talking about. This is what I need to be sharing with others. It's obvious that people are tired. They're stretched from one end to the next. They're burnt out. And with everything that's going on in the world right now, it's just adding fuel to the fire that's already brewing. And so I want to support you guys in this. And I want to get you guys feeling good first, so that you can make moves and decisions and an impact from a more refreshed and happier state versus depletion. It is really a different form of performance when you're operating from a fuel tank rather than running on reserves. And one of the questions that I ask my clients, and I want to ask you guys, is take a moment and just identify for yourself, what does self-love even mean to you? And how do you show up for self-love for yourself on a daily basis? How are you practicing self-love? What does that mean to you? And how are you practicing self-love? So just take a moment and assess that, ask yourself that question, but then also go through that list and figure out how you're even practicing that, if you're touching that at all. Oftentimes self-love and self-care has gotten a bad rap. It really has. It's gotten a bad rap. But I think now with the conversations that are being had around the country and around mental health and mental fitness, people are encouraging and supporting people that are taking stands for themselves. They're setting limits and boundaries around their overall health and mental wellness. But self-love and self-care has oftentimes been deemed as selfish. People have truly felt and feel guilty for taking time for themselves, even taking time to acknowledge themselves. It's something that, depending on your thought process and your beliefs and where you come from, truly feeling guilty and brushing off your accomplishments and values as, oh yeah, no, it's no big deal. That's just what I do. And not really spending time in that space and that energy and just blowing it off like that's just what I'm supposed to be doing. People actually feel and have reported feeling guilty and not really able to kind of talk about themselves in that way or take care and nurture themselves in that way because that's selfish. How dare I take care of me? I'm supposed to just serve, but how dare I take time for me? So that is a recurring challenge that people take when it comes to figuring out how to even begin loving themselves in a way that they're putting themselves on that list. And so if you don't spend much time loving yourself, meaning being kind to yourself. So when I'm talking about self-love, that's just spending time being kind to you. Or if every blue moon, you might just say, yeah, I do some self-care. I do some self-love. I go out and get a massage, or I go out and get my nails or feet done, or I take a vacation once every other year. I treat myself. And so if you're kind of in that category, and if you believe it's selfish to take care of you, I would like to use this show today to just kind of share a different perspective. Help you kind of open up mind and insight in terms of how just a switch in perspective, and in addition to a couple things you can add in your routine, may change your life, literally, from the inside out. I often say this, and if you're watching the show for the very first time, welcome. But to my frequent listeners, I appreciate you. And if you've probably heard me say this before, you can't give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. And if you're seeking to feel happier, if you're looking to have more energy, you want to get motivation, or you want to be inspired, and I say this often too, inspiration and motivation are two different forms of energy. We're looking to be inspired. We're looking to feel good. We're looking to have something on the inside of us turn on so that we can go out and do what we're called to do. But if you're feeling like you're spent right now, burning both ends of the candle, day in, day out, not getting much restoration, think about this. Think about self-love as stopping by the gas tank and putting fuel in your car. Okay, that's how important it is. Because if you're running on empty, if you're running on fumes every single day, you can't give what you don't have. So think about this as necessary. I say self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. Self-love isn't selfish, it's necessary. So it's necessary that you begin to spend time every day to refuel your own tank so that you can give from a place that you actually have. Because the better we feel, the better we perform. And if we're giving from that place of depletion day in and day out, then you often feel, and when I talk to my clients this week, most people are giving from a place of guilt. They're giving from a place of obligation. They're giving from a place of fear of missing out. They're giving from a place of not wanting to appear a certain way to others. So that is a place of giving from really what you don't have or necessarily want to give. So you're using an energy source that's depleted. So of course you're feeling tired. Of course you're exhausted. Of course you have headaches and migraines. Of course you're overwhelmed. You're drained. So I want to share how you can actually give from a different source, give back to yourself. And if we're really taking the time and learning how to give to ourselves in that way, you're going to feel different. You're going to feel recharged. You're going to feel replenished. You're going to be energized. You're going to feel good. And then everything that we do, instead of it feeling like it's taking from us, it's a burden on us, we feel good when we're there. You feel like you're able to engage and participate. You're able to interact with others. You're able to set healthy boundaries and healthy limitations for yourself and other people. And you can maintain that healthy state of mind and body connection. You are giving from a source that gives back to you. And so it's truly life-changing and life-giving when you feel in control of your mood, your energy levels, and emotions. And so if you could do that by doing one simple thing a day in the morning that could start your day, fuel you throughout your day, who wouldn't want that, right? So part of my mental fitness arsenal and my mental fitness toolkit includes me taking care of my brain and my gut, which is my second brain, which is one of the most important organs, places that we have in our body. And if you're a frequent listener, if you're in this community, you know that everything that I'm passionate about is mental health and mental fitness, how to optimize our performance so that we can be our best in every area of our life. So I'm always looking for the cutting edge, the next level, the real science behind how do we become the best version of ourselves with what we already have on the inside of us. Not what we can add on, but how do we optimize what's already on the inside of us to perform, to create, to engage? How do we take care of ourselves in that way? So a big part of my mental fitness practices includes making sure that I'm taking care of my brain and my gut on a daily basis, that I don't leave that out, that I'm really consistent about that practice. And so if you're not doing anything to support your gut health, this is a great time to begin that journey. And you could, if you're experiencing like brain fog, fatigue, anxiety, anything that kind of butterflies in your stomach, always constantly feeling tired, you may be a great candidate to begin to really look at how's my gut health? What's that looking like? Because that all connects to your brain. It all connects to your brain, how you think, how you feel, how you perform. And so I'm going to share